Wait, what did you say about Matt Lauer? Oh man, it's we
I
are
thought it was
live.
Cristiano.
Okay, we are live with the Bros Before Elbow Show, episode 67.0. I am your host, Tommy, with Theron as the other host, and Anthony is MIA. He is moving in Portland. I guess he's moving across the street from one street to another in his hippie commune, aka Portland, Oregon. So he is not with us this week, but he'll be back next Thursday, hopefully. And yeah, we're talking Survivor Series Fallout, WarGames, Bullet Club, NXT Invasions, all that good stuff. Theron, thoughts? We got to redeem ourselves.
Was really qualified to be the next head coach at Arizona State University.
That's what we're really here to talk about. Is Arizona State University's football coach. Man, what is going on with that, man? Wait, what's the word on the street in North Carolina? What are the rumors you're hearing?
I don't know, man. I just keep looking for my breaking news update from ESPN, which if you don't have it, download ESPN. That's another shameless plug for Disney. And they're never in the control of the world.
Conspiracy, Theron.
How is Herm freaking Edwards going to be the next coach of a college team? He hasn't coached in college since 1988. Listen,
that's actually true.
Back in 1988, some weird stuff was happening. All I got to say is Bill Cosby and Jello pudding. I'm going to leave it at that. All right.
I thought you were going to start.
As much sense as what this makes right now. How is Herm freaking Edwards? What qualifications does Herm Edwards have?
He was on ESPN.
Why are we hiring Herm Edwards?
He was on ESPN, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
ESPN. Yeah. What they freaking do? He's been calling NFL games. So you give me Herm Edwards. Instead of Kevin Sumlin, you go with Herm freaking Edwards. Are you freaking crazy? What?
It's madness.
What sense does that make? What does he even coach? What is his specialty?
I think defense, because he was defense. He was defense in the NFL. He's defense.
The goddamn defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Like top
Crozier?
Yeah. He's a defense. Yeah, he's a defensive back coach, man. Yeah, I don't know, man.
You might as well put LL Cool J out there and tell him to run real fast.
Was he
bring in Jamie Foxx too? What? Why not? They're all the same age.
They are all the same age, and they all.
Herm Edwards. Okay.
Oh gosh, Herm Edwards getting buried.
While we put Morgan Freeman out there as the mascot while we're at it.
You put Morgan Freeman in the Sparky suit doing push-ups.
Put Morgan Freeman in the Sparky suit. And you know what? Samuel L. Jackson will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay I'm sorry. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry.
Thanks about that.
Off of YouTube. Let's get back to wrestling before I really lose my cool.
That was your college football soapbox.
Exactly. What is going on? For the love of God, please hire Kevin Sumlin. This is all just a smoke screen by Michael Crow to deceive the lives of all of his Tempe youths because they party too hard and he hates partiers. And that's what's going on.
Wow, man, that's spitting hot fire here to open the show. What an intro. So since we don't have Anthony, we're just going to do a 6-pack challenge where I come up with 3 questions. Theron comes with three questions, and then we're going to answer those 3 questions. And hopefully I'll take up a good portion of the time. Just looking at that clock, staring down at that clock, trying to run out the clock, kneel on the ball, if you will, run that victory formation. And then at the end of the show...
You watching Thursday Night Football. Kneel on the ball. This is hot wrestling stuff going on right now. I'm sorry.
It's TNA Impact. We're counter-programming TNA Impact with Johnny Mundo versus Alberto El Patron. It's happening right now.
Right now?
It is. Yeah, I saw it on CageSideSeats.com. Cheap plug.
Who's winning? Is it a fight for the Grand MMA Championship?
I did not click in the link or read the preview. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's Impact, man. I don't know. It's still going on. I guess Impact has their own like WWE network or something. They have their own,
I don't
app.
know why you would want to go on there.
It's only
they do
$9.99 or something, $9.95 or something, 4 cents off. Back now.
Why would someone buy? How many buyers do they have?
I have no idea. They're promoting AJ Styles matches on Twitter today. I saw. That's all I know.
That's cool.
Anywho, okay. The first question. Do you want to go for your question or my first question?
Let's start with yours.
Okay, my first question.
I've forgotten mine, but let's go.
It's cool. You're supposed to have them written down on a napkin or something, man.
Crap.
Something professional. It's cool. Okay, it's already going better than the last show. Last time we tried to run the 2-man power trip. and you're wandering in the woods. Okay, first question. I guess there's a rumor, not really a rumor. Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, aka the Bullet Club, they're trying to run a big show, a big indie show here in the U.S. next year, 2018, in either January and February of next year, and they're trying to sell it a 10,000 person arena. It's not going to be an ROH show. It's not going to be a New Japan show. It's going to be like a Bullet Club special event. So they're trying to do it by themselves. So can they do it? And if they can, like, how do they manage to do that? That's like crazy. I don't think a wrestler's ever done that before. Usually it's a promotion. So what are your thoughts on this? Is it crazy? Is it wacky? Is it built to fail? What do you think?
Do they have enough money to put out this show?
They make a lot off of t-shirts. I just did a story today about how they said they sold 400,000 t-shirts from Hot Topic already since they made a deal with Hot Topic.
They made the deal with Hot Topic?
Yeah, you can buy Bullet Club and Cody Rhodes and Young Bucks t-shirts in Hot Topic now.
Even in North Carolina?
Yeah, even North Carolina, everywhere in Hot Topic, they made a deal with that. I think 3 or 4 months ago.
How much are those t-shirts?
I think like someone said 15 or $20.
What?
Yeah,
What
it's
am
not a
I
bad deal.
doing? Where have I been?
When's the last time you've been in a Hot Topic?
I don't know. I just walked past one the other day.
Did you really?
Forever 21 instead. I should have went to Hot Topic.
Why'd you go to Forever 21? Christmas present? The
No,
lady in your life?
Nah, I don't have I bought that fresh hoodie for myself.
What?
Sorry, I'm so
Good for your health.
Kanye West of this podcast. I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So,
What?
Kanye West, oh man. Yeah. So, do you think they could do it? And what kind of card would it look like?
I don't even know. I don't even know who's on the indie scene. How many wrestlers can they get from WWE to appear at this event?
I don't think any. Can they? I mean, can they get Neville or Evil Emma or James Ellsworth? Or
When is this show supposed to happen?
I should know. Let me click on something over here. All professional. Like I think it was January or February of next year. It's gonna.
That's 90 days since Neville left, but I don't know how much longer his contract is. As for Tennille Dashwood, FKA Emma, I think her first dates are in February. So
yeah,
I thought of this. I thought of Tennille Dashwood, FKA Emma, as the second lady of the Bullet Club.
Ooh, that
Maybe.
could be really cool, man. I mean, yeah, she's available in February.
I don't know.
The name of the event is All In. This thing they're gonna hold it like in Chicago or Philadelphia or LA. They don't even know where they're gonna hold it yet, but just got announced earlier in the week. So yeah,
I did see it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that big of a deal, but I didn't realize they weren't being backed by a promotion. They were doing this by themselves. I don't know how much money Cody Rhodes has. I don't know if he has any money from his dear, sweethearted father, the son of a plumber. I'm sure they can fund the event, getting people to buy 10,000 seats. I mean, we love the Bullet Club. Do you guys love the Bullet Club? I'm sure you do. Why would you not love the Bullet Club? What's there not to like? I think they could do it. It's going to be hard, but they could do it, right?
Can they get Daniel Bryan to be on there?
What about his contractual obligations to the WWE network?
That probably won't. I think his contract's up next September, so that wouldn't work.
Well, then I guess there's your answer.
Yeah. CM Punk?
Sorry. Went a little excited there.
I mean, if it's held in Chicago, it's a huge wrestling town.
Huge wrestling town where Phil Brooks, FKA CM Punk, happens to be from, and I believe live with his beautiful wife AJ Lee, who could also show up.
Oh, hey, that'd be. And they can't really do a surprise appearance because like people don't buy. I mean, yeah, you gotta like announce that beforehand. Yeah, that's interesting.
What if they had Mr.
Yeah, show them like they have a Mr. Who? Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff?
One of the guys. He's one of the guys from Impact. Are they still called Global Force, or are they just called Impact now?
Looking at let's do some more clicking. I think they're called Impact. Yeah, just Impact Wrestling. Yeah, no more Global Force.
So did they switch their belts back to say Impact, or do they still say Global Force?
They just got that duct tape from the hardcore title that Mick Foley used. So it says Impact written.
It's foolproof. It's so good. It sticks and covers things.
Oh man,
What does that have to do with their show? I'm sorry.
that has nothing. I think we'll cover that show. So the answer is maybe. I guess I'd like to see him try, and I'd like to see it like if they can like stream it somewhere on Periscope or Facebook Live or something, so I could watch it.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to stream it, right? You can't sell out a show and have no view. Well, yeah, you can.
Well, they just did that with Starcade, WWE.
It was sold out.
I don't know if it was sold out. I don't know if anyone said it was sold out, but
Greensboro was lit.
yeah. How far is that from you, man? That's right in your hood.
I don't know, probably 2 hours or so, maybe. It's not far.
Not too bad.
Mm-mm. That's the place where the late legendary Ric Flair tore it down, the Greensboro Coliseum.
So, have you seen the 30 for 30 now? Is that we didn't get to talk about last episode?
Of course, I saw it. I saw it 3 episodes ago.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, I saw that. I saw that 30 for 30. I was very impressed with it. I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Well put together. Gives you a lot of backstory on Ric Flair's initial training and, losing like 3 vertebrae in his back.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, that plane accident.
Yeah, I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, he's lucky to be alive. I don't remember that either, man. And that's before he even got. I guess he played football in college too. Or
yeah, no, he's like Forrest Gump or something, right? I don't know.
He did leave a Forrest Gump line, man. He was like everywhere, dude.
He was everywhere, and then as Ric Flair, before he was the Nate, like he was just. I guess wrestlers really just booze their life away and just party all the time, and then he creates this persona out of the Nature Boy, which I guess was inspired by the original Nature Boy. Was it Buddy Landell? What was his name? Was it Buddy Landell?
No, Buddy Landell was a Nature Boy, but the original one was Buddy Rogers.
Okay, the Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers, tough guy, blonde guy, always at the girls, good tan. Nature Boy, Ric Flair, tough guy, blonde guy. Well, his hair's like white, but you get the idea. Like, it's crazy. I didn't even know that there was a daughter that was older than Charlotte Flair. Didn't even know that. Had no idea. I thought it went Charlotte, David, Reed. Crazy insight. And he's been the Nature Boy since he was Ric Flair. Like,
yeah.
He had a wife, and he was just doing, it's just crazy, man. The training they went through, like, and he's lucky to be alive, period. All the he drank so much. How do you get
crazy, man?
Form?
He said he was driving, like drinking and driving. I mean, it wasn't frowned upon in the 70s and 80s as it is now, but that's crazy, man. Because he's driving from town to town, drinking beers, right. And then getting to the hotel.
If I'm in Kansas for the night, after I get done wrestling, I'm going to tear down somewhere. I'm not going to just sit there. What? What do you do in Kansas? That's crazy.
Oh, man, that's wild. Yeah, but yeah, he lived that lifestyle, man. I mean, he's yeah, he did live a Forrest Gump lifestyle because he's still alive to this day, which is kind of wild in itself.
He truly was, or is maybe still, the Nature Boy. Yeah. He did everything that the character personified. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, it was really well done. I like the cartoon parts. I like the interviews of Hogan and Triple H and Undertaker, Sting. They all gave good little anecdotes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, moving on. What was your first question? Something about Vince McMahon?
Did I say something about Vince McMahon? Was it about him being old and senile?
Something less offensive? I don't know. What was that? Okay, so what made you think of that question? Is it something they've done lately, or what was that about?
It all goes back to the booking of the talent that they have in the company and why they don't use it properly. Because Vince McMahon only sees spaceships and rainbows, which are like colorful characters and superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's still there. He hasn't transcended himself. It's almost like you say that you don't like a Finn Balor, which I guess my real question is, why is it that Brock Lesnar may not have to defend his title at the Royal Rumble? So that'd be 2 of the big 4.
Mm-hmm.
pay-per-view events where your top title was not defended at all.
Yeah, I don't get unless they maybe he make him enter the Rumble and put his title on the line that way. That's the only way I could like see how they redeem that.
No defense, because there's no one worthy enough to challenge Brock Lesnar, according to Vince McMahon.
That's crazy, man.
Would be next in line. Seth Rollins, I guess, based on the roster. But it's like, what back before, like, you had to defend your title all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to do that. Why is that?
I think that goes back to because he's part-time and he makes the most money in the company. I mean, he doesn't make the most money for the company, but he's got the highest contract, I guess. I mean, because he's a part-time wrestler. So I don't know, man. I think it goes back to our last podcast. We were saying we're kind of done with him. Like, we're kind of done with this Brock Lesnar roller coaster, ready to get off of it. And maybe it's time for him to walk away and just have the title on a full-time wrestler from now on.
Are we going to actually see them leave the Universal title off of being defended all the way until Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar 2?
Then I read another rumor that they might not go through that. They might change plans.
You don't even have another competitor that's worthy enough to challenge him. What would you do then instead? Who's challenging him?
AJ Styles, man, the rematch from Survivor Series. They built a good story in that, and AJ gets his second crack, like Rocky got his second crack against Apollo Creed in Rocky 2.
Where is the part where one of the main titles in this company changes hands?
I guess you'd have to have AJ Styles lose his title before he goes over to Raw or something. I don't know.
Is that the rumor from the rumor mill?
No, and that's not that AJ Styles part's not the that's a spitballing. That's shooting from the hip, brother.
God, what? Hulk Hogan, what are you doing here? We didn't clear you yet.
Man, Bill Cosby get brought up on this podcast, and Hulk Hogan get
still want our dignity back. The Junkyard Dog is upset. Okay, so is Mr. T.
So is Bruce Beefcake.
Apparently,
that's
Bruce
a different story.
Beefcake too. Why Bruce Beefcake? Anyway,
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So Vince McMahon. I mean, I don't think he's gonna retire until he's like in his 80s, man. I don't know how old he is.
He is the one that greenlights everything somehow. He says yes to the final product.
It's his company, man. He built it from his bare hands. He's only 70. He's only 72. He could work 8 more years.
What? 8 years? Oh my God!
You gotta wait till 2025 before you get some change in the WWE.
Come on! What are they doing anyway? Like, what is going on? Oh my God!
Man, I don't know, man.
What's your next question?
Okay, back to my next question. Let's go back to WCW, the last thing that challenged McMahon, their last real challenge to McMahon back in the 90s. And 2 of their big shows were Fall Brawl, where they had WarGames, and Starrcade. And then within the past month, WWE's resurrected both of these shows. Starrcade is a house show. The WarGames match is an NXT takeover event. First of all, do you see any of the highlights from Starrcade? Since it was right in your backyard, I saw some tweets. That's about it.
No, I didn't see any of it. What happened?
Arn Anderson, spine busted Dolph Ziggler, and Charlotte Flair.
Ziggler's been reduced to.
You got Arn Anderson a cheap pop in North Carolina, Horseman Country. You hear? And then Charlotte Flair faced Natty Neidhart in a steel cage match. Yeah.
Which Charlotte Flair won.
Correct. It's a house show. I don't think there's any title changes. And then Jinder Mahal faced AJ Styles in a steel cage match,
which Jinder Mahal lost.
Correct.
Not AJ Styles won, but Jinder Mahal lost.
Yes,
because the reigning theme here is that Jinder Mahal loses. We have to watch closely to see if these rumors are true and that that Jinder Mahal and what's Kurt Angle's fake son's name? Corey Graves? No, that's not it.
Jason Jordan.
Sorry. Corey Graves. And Jason Jordan. We're both over the hype, guys. So
I'm
what
fine.
could be next is the burial.
I'm fine.
So see where they are in 6 months.
I'm fine if they both get buried. To be honest with you, that's fine.
I just want to bring up the fact that Jinder Mahal
Uh,
has the most cojones right now. He wore a shark tooth suit on SmackDown Live.
Everyone was talking about his suit, man. It says his suit was better than his title reign.
Exactly. It was. He had the shark tooth freaking suit on. He attacks the Singh brothers, but then they're in the ring together later on in the night. Did I see the highlights correctly?
No, it was after the match. Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers attacked AJ Styles before the match. Then the Singh brothers took on AJ Styles in a handicap match. Then the Singh brothers lost because one of the Singh brothers got Styles clashed off the second rope.
I saw that.
That was pretty awesome. And then after the match, Jinder Mahal snapped on the Singh brothers.
There was no time later on where he was like, I snapped on them, but we're good now. A lot more cool. Bring it back
maybe
into the real thing, guys.
Maybe on Twitter. I don't know. I didn't see it anywhere. No, maybe like on a post-show YouTube video or something. I didn't see that. No, maybe.
I only watch these shows through the highlights.
Okay. Oh man. Wait. So what was it? Oh, the question was about WarGames and Starcade. It was somehow got into Jinder Mahal. Okay. Did you saw WarGames? What's your thought on the WarGames match? Was that one of the best matches of the year, or no? I thought it was, man. I was surprised. They changed the rules. They didn't put a roof on the daggum cage, but it's still good. They used to shark cages.
Freaking match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was awesome.
Real proof that the Undisputed Era
mm-hmm.
is going to be a problem for a while. Real mm-hmm. proof that WWE's got a lot of talent in NXT.
True.
Real proof that they could bring back a classic show.
Mm-hmm.
All Brawl, WarGames, Lethal Lottery, all that jazz.
Ooh, Lethal Lottery. That's a good one.
It was really good. I'm trying to remember what other matches were really good, and they were all really good once again. Kudos to Andrade Cien Almost for becoming the NXT champ, but I think the focus here was the WarGames match. No roof, as figured out by the COO Triple H.
Uh-huh.
There was good spots in it. Red Dragon, they're not Red Dragon anymore, but you got to love those guys.
Yeah.
And you got to love Adam Cole, baby. Like, you got to love it. Killian Dean, Eric Young, and the other guy whose name I always forget. They're set up for a great run. There's a spoiler. I won't ruin it.
I saw that one too.
So I won't say anything. But I expect big things from those guys. Now,
Authors of Pain? Johnny Gargano?
I think Johnny Gargano's in the title feud, right? The title picture. The Authors of Pain, great team, and they could really carry on the true Legion of Doom, what it means to be the Road Warriors again, but in a modern era. Like, I like their entrances, I like their ring, like all that jazz. They really bring it. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to beat the Undisputed Era, which makes no sense. That is another story for another time. What did you think of all of those guys?
I thought Gargano.
It was awesome. Did Gargano even wrestle? Did he just have an ab off?
An ab off of Shawn Michaels. He didn't make any too memorable spots in that match, actually. To come to think of it, the one spot was where they suplexed or German suplexed him through the not him, but German suplexed someone else through a table.
Yeah,
it's pretty wicked. And there's like a superplex off the top of the cage where everyone died. I mean, it was some cool spots, man. It was really cool. It was nothing like the old WarGames matches, because the old WarGames match was just about throwing people against the cage, really.
You got to remember though, like back then, the wrestlers were whatever size. Well, even back then there was just one size. It was just big, bulky wrestler. Like, he couldn't do much. Nowadays, you got big guys doing swan dives over the top rope. Like, I don't understand how Luke Harper is 7 feet, but he swan dives over I'm like, that's a cruiserweight. That's not even a thing. That's why the cruiserweight division doesn't work. We just figured it out right here on Bros Before Elbows.
Because the big guys can do those cool moves too.
They can do all the same freaking moves. I'm pretty sure I saw Luke Harper do a spinning corkscrew splash 2 weeks ago. I swear, I saw it.
It's true, man. That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, man, it's cool. I love war games. I'm excited they're gonna bring it back. What about remember the uh three ring Royal Rumble they did? World War Three. You ever remember seeing
Yeah,
that?
that
I didn't see
that's
that.
what I was. That's what I was thinking. War Games was
Yeah, they used to call the pay-per-view World War Three, but they did the three ring thing, which I don't know. It looks weird, man. It was really weird.
the three
But
rings that they had. You didn't like it?
yeah, it was cool, man. It was I think they did 30 people in each ring, like 90 wrestlers. Is that really
Yeah, bro,
possible?
that was real life, bro.
They have 90 wrestlers on the roster right now. You have to bring up NXT wrestlers to do that match.
Uh,
That'd
yeah,
be
bro, that'd
great.
be lit, bro.
What was your second question? Then we'll take a commercial break.
All of the swappery and swippery and swipery
Uh-huh.
things that have happened recently. Future endeavored Emma,
Uh-huh.
now to Neil Dashwood, really has new dates. Will she be fire on the indie circuit? But it's like a three-part. Uh, Mojo Riley and Zack Ryder, the hype is dead, bro. The hype is dead, man.
I'm kind of excited to see.
The
Okay, never mind. Okay,
hype
keep
is
going.
dead.
All right.
Was this a good move? The firing of Emma and Summer Rae and the now upbringing
Uh-huh.
of not only Asuka, but as if Asuka wasn't enough,
Mm-hmm.
uh, five NXT women's wrestlers, five between two brands.
And Paige.
Um,
Sorry.
well, the return of Paige,
Uh-huh.
who's awesome. I love her. You stole
Uh-huh.
my something
Sorry.
about her later that we'll do. It's okay. She's single. Paige, hit me up. I've been waiting for you. You are
Wow.
the love of my life.
I hope
Anyway,
El Patrone's not listening to this podcast right now.
Will these all be beneficial to all these superstars? All this shaking up that's happening,
Man, a lot of shakeups,
factions
man. You're
being
right.
formed, like how will this play out?
Let's start with Mojo Rawley, man. I think it's great. I don't know about Zack Ryder, but I think it's great for Mojo. I think he's actually gonna be a good heel for some reason because he's just a dude, bro, that you want to boo. You kind of want to boo him. You don't want to like watch him be goofy in neon green and orange tights and boots. He just looks like a goof as a face. I mean, he can only go so far. So I'd like to see him take this baton and run it as a heel and see how far he can go. What are your thoughts on Mojo?
Look, man, the hype is dead, bro. All right. At the end of the day,
Uh,
Mojo Riley is a straight up Jersey Turnpike and douchebag. Okay, it's gonna be perfect. He deletes the neon green and the hype train, and he just comes out in all black, and he's just a big fat douche. He's just a big bully. He just douches out. He goes far with the heel. I mean, it's just a better look for the character he portrays because neon green is cool, being hype, staying hype, blah blah blah. But that tag team was going nowhere.
mm-hmm.
No dig on Zack Ryder, but you were the Intercontinental Champion for a day, and we haven't seen you do anything meaningful since.
Come on, not the low blow.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm burying Zack Ryder for no reason. The Long Island IZ story is dead, though, bro. It's all about Mojo. It's all about the hype. It's all about staying even keel. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see Mojo Rawley end of the year U.S. champion.
Wow, I take that, man. I take that.
Wait, that means I'm sorry. Next year, not this year.
No. Oh yeah, that's re-released. That'd be quite a fall for Baron Corbin if that happened. Next up, they said Emma and Summer Rae on the indie scene, or
yeah, man. So like the women's division's on the shook up.
Uh-huh.
Like Emma and Summer. I don't even think Summer Rae's gonna wrestle anymore. To be honest with you, I don't.
I've seen her Instagram page. I don't think she's going to.
No, I've seen her Instagram as well. Summer Rae, looking for you. Hit me up.
Well, what about Paige?
Go to Catalina Islands or whatever. Right out here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Sorry, I'm.
Okay, that cheap pop.
Tennille Dashwood is gonna wrestle. I think she's going back overseas, back wherever down under. I'm not sure.
99% sure she's Australian.
Right, exactly. Down under, exactly. I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure that's where she's going to wrestle.
Okay.
So I'm not, is she going to have more success outside of the WWE? She was successful when she was there. I'm not sure what changed about her. Vince McMahon,
A surprising release, man. Really sad. And maybe she wanted it
for what?
to go back on the indie scene, to be closer to home, take more Australian dates. I mean, not work that WWE schedule. I mean, that's going back to the Ric Flair documentary. It's not that bad, but it's still a lot. It's still 5 nights a week, 5 nights on the road, and then 2 days at home. It's a lot of travel, man. So maybe she just wants that indie schedule that Cody Rhodes talks about so much, and other people who've gone to the indies recently. Just make your own dates, kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. They are on the road every day. They don't see their families ever. It creates a big rift in the family, citing the 30 for 30 Nature Boy. Crazy what his family went through. But R.I.P. Reed Flair. That I'm just wondering, will she have the success of like the Bullet Club?
Be great. I don't know if she could do. I mean, she's the biggest. Is there a bigger name in female pro wrestling on the indie scene right now? I'm trying to think.
I just hope she doesn't end up at Impact.
Oh gosh, no one wants to see that.
I mean, that one guy's already there, and he's like a writer, wrestler, and talent.
Oh, Jimmy Jacobs.
Jimmy Jacobs, baby.
Yeah, he's all about that TNA life, or Impact life. But yeah, that's a good question, man. I hope she does good. That'd be a good success story. Now what's the the NXT 5, the Fab 5 of NXT, and how that's gonna shake out.
Yeah, man, like Vince McMahon supposedly said he made these call-ups because the women's division was stale. Both, apparently.
Yeah. I kind of agree.
That was my question. That's why I said Vince McMahon was is he old and senile, or does he have some truth? I mean, I agree. You got a crazy cat lady as your women's champion up until recently, and then you have, but I don't agree because of Alexa Bliss, who puts on, she gets better every time. What's up, Alexa? Hit me up.
Okay, well, never mind.
She gets better every time, and you guys won't give her credit. You got Bailey out there misusing for whatever reason. I don't know if it's working. It's not working. You got the Boss, who's indestructible, fierce. You got Charlotte, but then you have like I'm gonna say some names. You might disagree. You have, like I said, Natalia, not entertaining. Naomi was glowy for a while, but I never really cared about that character. I never bought into it.
Yeah, she needs more depth of her character. I agree with that one.
Yeah, she was hot in Orlando when Orlando happened and all that stuff. But then once that died out, it was like, whatever. Glow somewhere else. Why don't you go get some glow sticks?
Okay, that's all right. Not very Nomi.
Straight fire. Speaking of straight fire, well, I'm sorry. Anthony's not here to defend her, but I'm just not seeing it from the Baxter. I'm not seeing it. I'm not buying into it.
No, man, she's phoning it in, man. I think she's phoning it in on. It seems like she's or something, man. I liked her thing with Ellsworth. That was pretty good, but now that Ellsworth's gone, she's kind of. I think she's filming a movie actually right now.
She is. She's filming the Marine 6 with The Miz. You're filming freaking movies instead of trying to be WWE SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
I know who else was in the Marine? Summer Rae.
Oh God!
So I don't know, it might not be good. It might not be a good side for one Becky.
What does all this mean for your current and only reigning, defending Money in the Bank briefcase holder, Carmella? Okay, 3 women come up. What do you mean you forgot she's the Money in the Bank briefcase holder?
That's what I'm saying. That's her bad.
I'm sorry, I lost my composure again. My microphone's out there.
Okay, wait. We'll answer that question. Let's take a quick commercial break. We're officially a half hour into this. This episode of the Bros for Elbows, the 2-man power trip episode 67.0, is brought to you by MikeMonster.com. There are still Bros Before Elbow shirts on MikeMonster.com. Go place your order. You got blue. You got pink. You got, but you can't believe, I wish Anthony could edit that out. You got black shirts. You got white shirts. you got gray shirts. All Bros Before Elbow shirts. It's basically our logo, and it looks really clean. It looks really nice on the shirt. So you can go order one of those. That's a good way to support the show. Like us on Instagram. We are doing memes on there. We're going to start doing videos on there, hopefully, once we get back in the swing of things, probably after the holidays, if we're all being honest, because that's coming up. We got hot Christmas. We got Darren's birthday. We got New Year's Eve. So that's going to block us a little bit. But like our Instagram page, subscribe to us on iTunes, shoot us a review on iTunes. That also helps as well. Facebook, Twitter, interact with us, ask us questions, and we'll try to answer them on air. And now back to the show. So your second question kind of led into my third question, which is, the new call-ups, Mandy Rose, Sonya, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan. I always forget her name. And are they going to do a women's rumble? Do you think that's why could that be a shakeup to the women's roster? Because they didn't have enough people there now, but now it's kind of getting kind of close.
How many women would that be? 20?
They would do a 20 woman rumble.
But this rumble would be co-branded. Wasn't last year's rumble co-branded with the men? And won?
Yeah, you could pick the title. I think Randy Orton won last year.
Yeah, you just go for the brand you.
Yeah, that's wrestle. True. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be cool, Be just like that time they had Hell in a Cell with women, right?
That's true, yeah. I mean, they did ladder matches with women. They did the Iron Man matches with women. So, you know what? Why not?
Why not? And then your two women's champions can, whatever. Have a no, that'd be dumb.
I don't know what they would do actually during that women's rumble. I guess the people whoever challenges them at the time wouldn't be in the rumble.
Oh yeah, they could have that match, but then that'd be only like 17 women. No, they'd probably just call up more women.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 on SmackDown right now. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on Raw. So they got 22 wrestlers.
Oh, they're good. Let's do a 20-person rumble. Winner gets to fight for the title. I don't know what Carmella would do.
Yeah, true. She wouldn't need to be in there. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you could bring up someone from NXT as a surprise entry. They've done that before for the men's rumble.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. Problem solved. Anyway, yeah, I think that'd be cool. Why not, man?
Yeah, why not? Why not do a women's rumble? You've done everything else. You might as well do it. You can put some of those women from NXT in there to make the numbers even out a little bit. Be interesting. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm assuming they don't have to go over the top rope.
No, it's going to be
Battle Royal. Just go through the second rope.
Yeah. Because mostly they're too short.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Except for that one chick, that country girl. What's her name? Sarah Foster? No.
Sorry, Logan. Yeah, she's country.
Yeah.
Okay. No, don't offer your number yet.
What up, Sarah?
That's funny to me. So who do you think is going to be the best out of these 5 win NXT, the Fab Five? Mandy Rose, Sonya, Sarah, Ruby, Liv? Who do you think is going to have the longest, most staying power?
If it's the one I want to go with, and that's Sonya Deville, straight from the last Tough Enough, which, fun fact, both winners of Tough Enough are no longer with WWE. But yeah,
that's crazy.
Sonya Deville and either Liv Morgan or Captain Obvious. What's the other girl's name? They look exactly the same. It looks like they took Eve. What was her name? Eve Torres? No, Eve that just left. Eva Marie. It looks like they took her, cloned her twice, made her shorter, put one with blonde on one and put one with blonde on the other, and that's what you have. Those girls are smoking hot. Liv Morgan and
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy.
This made me lose my whole train of thought. I don't even know what was the question. Who's going to have the most success?
Yeah, who's have the most success?
The PTP, the prime time player. Oh. Who's going to drop the PTP, the prime time dime?
Woo!
Obvious, right?
Ruby Riott?
No, Sonya Deville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was on Tough, man. Like you said, her and Velveteen Dream are carrying the torch for that show.
They are carrying that torch all the way to the top, baby. All the way to the top. And I feel like it'll be her just because her character's tougher. Ruby Riott, you know, I don't know. I'm not even sold on her being a heel. You just go from face to heel overnight. Like, you don't even, you know. I think they all went from face to heel overnight. Weren't they all faces?
Who was? Yeah, I don't even know. Some of them weren't even on NXT. There's people are saying.
What do you mean some of them weren't on NXT? That's a bold-faced lie. Sarah Logan had them, or was she in the Mae Young Classic?
I think one of them might have been the Mae Young Classic. That's what they're saying.
No, Sarah Logan fought on NXT. 1 week is all it takes to be an NXT superstar. That
really counts. Really.
Okay, Ruby Riott had a lot of matches. A lot with Nikki Cross. A lot with Nikki Cross and Asuka. And then you got Liv Morgan and Mandy Rose. One of them was definitely on, and I was like, this is just Carmella again. But it's cool. But she's more ghetto than Jersey. So it balances out. It's two different characters. I see what you're doing here.
That's crazy about the Sonya. She was like the fourth person eliminated on Tough, her season of Tough.
That means she was eliminated early or late?
Early. There's 3 people eliminated in front of her. She didn't make it very far. She made
but she was voted off. This was a voting show.
I think 3 judges voted. Did voting.
I thought the fans voted.
I think that's a percentage of it, right? I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was. I tried to watch it
because the Velveteen Dream was eliminated.
Yeah, he was eliminated 9th. He didn't make it far either. So the 2 people.
Yeah, like second week, bro. 9th means like week 2.
Oh, okay, episode 5. Episode 5. He got eliminated. Sonya episode 3.
But they both signed developmental deals after.
True, and look what they're doing now, man.
Both got the TV before. As a matter of fact, the one girl, I don't even know she went a whole year with WWE. I don't even know how she won.
She's horrible. She's had a good social media following.
That's why she won?
Pretty much, yeah.
She couldn't wrestle.
Pretty much. Neither could Eva Marie. Look how far she got.
I love Eva Marie. I'm so sad she's gone.
She's not single, bro.
Yo, Eva Marie.
Okay, that's no better. Moving on to
she's not gonna listen.
That's your new gimmick. I like it. Man. Okay, last question. Yeah, the Nature Boy, the T Bunnies. Last question. I think it was a Finn Balor question from you.
I feel like we talked
about
Finn Balor a lot.
Did we?
Yeah. Is Finn Balor the equivalent of Greg Schiano and Herm Edwards in the WWE to Vince McMahon?
I think they're struggling.
And how do the fans feel about Finn Balor? How do you feel about Samoa Joe? Do you feel as though any of these men, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, all included, should be Universal Champion now and not Brock Lesnar?
I think a full-timer would do great. At least it would be on TV every week. They could be in storylines, not just like one storyline per pay-per-view. So I think, yeah.
Which segues me to, also, would you rather have Triple H then in this picture somewhere? Are you happy that he's back? He disappeared from the face of the planet after he was killed by the Kingslayer, but now he's just back. He's headlining a match in Mumbai. By the way, shout out New Delhi, Dilly, and all that.
What is this Dilly thing, man? I see this
Bud Light thing, man. I don't know, bro. It's just like the frogs. It's catching on all night long. That's all I can tell you. Woo!
Okay, another woo.
Anyway. Yeah, like that. So that's your main event scene. No defenses of the titles right now.
True.
The only thing slated is AJ Styles, Jinder Mahal. Are you happy with that? Are you happy with the fact that the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion could very well be that for an entire year? As in, by the time WrestleMania rolls around, Brock Lesnar could have held the title for a calendar year and only defended it about 3 times.
That's pretty good. Pretty good work if you could get it.
All those things.
I don't think anything's going to stop him unless he loses that Rumble. I hope he kind of does lose that Rumble, so him and Reigns is not the main event. but
I don't think
I don't want to
he's
see that.
losing that title.
I know. I don't want to see him main event WrestleMania again.
How
Yeah.
many years in a row would that be? Because he hasn't left since he's come back, and
Well,
he's been champion for.
I think it's basically been ever since WrestleMania 30. WrestleMania 30, he defeated the Undertaker. His first.
That's
oh
right.
no, or was he at WrestleMania 29?
That was 30. It was in New Orleans. I remember that.
But was he at 29 where The Rock and John Cena main evented it? Was he on the undercard? Did he finish?
If he might have.
Triple H?
Nah, he wasn't there. He came like the night after.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah,
started
man.
a feud with Triple H.
So he did that. Then he defended it against Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins cashed in. And then after 32, I don't know what he did.
He fought Dean Ambrose.
No. Dean Ambrose. Yeah.
No. That was Dean. I thought 32 was the ladder match with Dean Ambrose where he got concave through the ladder, but maybe that was.
No, that was 31.
No, 32 was Dean Ambrose because it's 33. We're right.
33 was Goldberg, yeah.
So he didn't. Okay, so he wasn't in the main event but I feel like 32 was Triple H Roman Reigns, right? No,
yeah, that was horrible. No, it was 32. That was same one, Ambrose versus Lesnar. Yeah, that was a horrible main event. Roman Reigns versus Triple H.
It was, but it was all they had, and that's what I'm asking you. Are you? I am a fan of the game only because of his entrance.
He can't wrestle anymore. He always has the best entrances. True, but he can't wrestle anymore, man.
I'm just freaking 38 years. I'm 42 years old. What do you want from me? All I got to do is come out, tell you to suck it, kick a pedigree. 1, 2, 3. I'm the game. I put people over.
All that stuff in between, though. The headlocks, the chin locks, the running knees. It all looks so slow. Just like him and Kurt Angle, man.
Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura was slow.
That's because Jinder Mahal can't wrestle. He can't wrestle like it.
What's the difference?
I don't know, man.
Would you rather see a dope entrance from the game, the King of Kings? I guess he's not.
I love it. I love his WrestleMania entrances, man. I don't know. Can him and Braun Strowman get a good match at WrestleMania 34?
Is that what is on the proposed tablet? What will Kurt Angle do then?
I hope he doesn't wrestle, man. He looked horrible at Survivor Series. Horrible. Go back and watch it again. I mean, he said he was injured too, so I think that played a pet factor in it. But yeah, he looked bad, man. Even just standing there on the holding the tag rope, he looked injured. If you tag that man too hard, he could break a neck.
You just be like, "Look, man, just put some milk on it. It's good. It doesn't body good. I got the
milk
match.
Milk is not tussin.
It is tussin. Put it tussin right there on the bone where it's cracked.
It's not gonna work, man. Oh man, but all right. I think that
question.
What was the question? Your question was about something about Finn Balor, man. And I don't know. It just totally went off the rails.
Do you buy Finn Balor as a Universal Champion, Samoa Joe as a Universal Champion? Basically, Vince McMahon has said that he doesn't feel like anyone is worthy to challenge Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship.
I thought Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe had a great match whenever that was. Was that Great Balls of Fire or whatever? And the build up to that. It was
Great Balls of Fire, which you will not be getting in 2018.
No balls in 2018 for the WWE. What? That's so stupid. That's a stupid name for that. What the hell is great? I'll name a thing after a song from the popular in the 50s.
Yeah, exactly.
Great, Vince. That's great. Cool, man. But yeah, I think Samoa Joe, he's got the mic skills, man. He's got the ring skills. Yeah. Finn Balor just had a great match with AJ Styles a couple pay-per-views ago. I mean, why not, dude? I mean, he's spectacular in the ring. He's got a great entrance. He's got a cool character with the Demon or with Biker Balor. They're both kind of cool either way. So yeah, they just need the chance to run with it. I mean, and we've gone over that. I've said this 1,000 times on this podcast since June. If Jinder Mahal can have the title, then anyone can freaking have the title.
Right.
If he gets the ball, then anyone can do it, dude. Literally anyone.
Why does Vince McMahon buy Jinder Mahal, but he doesn't buy Finn Balor?
That's insane to
But
me.
he likes the team.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Which brings us to who we like this week, which is our new segment where we name our wrestler of the week. It's a co-op, so it's 2 trophies. We're going to virtually hand out to 2 wrestlers. So Theron, who's your wrestler of the week for November 30th, 2017?
I like getting the ball rolling. Initially, I was going to go with Samoa Joe because he stepped up and knocked Roman Reigns in the next Tuesday. Kind of like the way that Thanos hit Iron Man. If you haven't seen the trailer for the Avengers, go watch it. I think he hit Iron Man so hard that he died right there in the suit. Right there. He was dead after he hit him. I've never seen the suit go limp, but that's what happened. And it was like, I don't know who just hit me, but I'm dead. I don't even know. I'm not even sure. I don't know if it was the light-skinned purple dude. I didn't even know light-skinned purple was man, shoot. Forget this. I ain't playing with y'all no more. I got too much money for this.
Do you see Smokey come out there after? Pepper Potts. Wow.
Me. Jarvis, get me out of here.
What about that Black Panther movie, man? How hot does that look?
That's gonna be lit.
Dude, that looks sick.
Lit. This is gonna be more lit. The Avengers is gonna be
well, the Black Panther movie comes out in February. Avengers comes out in May. Man, that's a good appetizer for Avengers, man. That one scene where like all the aliens are attacking and they're like in Africa. Ooh, that looks cool, man. They're in the open field. That's sick, man. Lit. Go see that on IMAX or something. Right. I don't know. Yep.
What does that have to do with the wrestler of the week?
He said something about Thanos. You play to win the game. You play to win the podcast.
I was talking about Samoa Joe, right? But
yes.
I'm gonna go with people making waves, new faces. All right. My wrestler of the week has to go to the Empress of Tomorrow. That's Asuka.
Wow.
Dana Brooke runs a promo video and says that she knows where Asuka's weak and that she's too slow. And Dana Brooke taps out in 3 seconds.
That was an awesome finish.
3 seconds.
Good props to Dana Brooke. She once retweeted one of our tweets.
You're right. Dana Brooke. Hit me up.
No? Okay. That's too soon, man. Too soon.
Okay.
But anyway, back to Asuka, man.
Yeah, man. Asuka. She'll be beefing with the Absolution, which we didn't even talk about. Which brings me to my question. Who's your wrestler of the week?
It could have been last week if we did a show, but I got to give it to Paige, man. I mean, she had so much personal stuff going on, so much personal drama behind the scenes, like over a year off. I think it was 14 or 15 months away from the ring. And then she comes back, and she's just fire on the mic. And then she looks good in the ring, too, as well. Her finishers look awesome. And it's just cool to have her back because Raw needed – I mean, Raw didn't even need it. I mean, I guess Raw needed her, but SmackDown anywhere needed her, really. But to have her, the 2 NXT call-ups, and Asuka all added within, like, the last 2 months, I mean, that's exciting for Raw. So I'm excited for Paige, too. So I think she's, like, really hitting her stride. She's only, like, 24, 25 years old, so she's still got a lot to learn, and it's cool seeing her having her back. So I think she's the wrestler of the week for me. So Asuka and Paige on the inaugural Bros for Elbows wrestler of the week.
Paige, I love you. Hit me
up. All right, man. Any closing statements? Anything you didn't get off your chest? I think we almost made an hour even without Anthony. That's pretty impressive.
So many things come to mind. Special shout out to the Paul Heyman.
What made you think of Paul Heyman?
Love Paul Heyman's character. Gotta love the Walrus, man. Ever since the 80s and the 90s, the Dangerous Alliance, ECF&W, and now when he comes out and it's a challenger from da-da-da-da-da, and little JoJo says her thing. And she starts to introduce Brock Lesnar, and he takes the mic, and he says, my name, and, you get all that, and get the one fall repeat. Gives preps to a man that they rumored would retire after WrestleMania, which we doubt. We know that's not true. AJ Styles. Paul Heyman is the consummate promo. That is why I watch Brock Lesnar. Not for Brock Lesnar, but for Paul Heyman. Love his promos.
Will Paul Heyman ever take on another wrestler after Brock Lesnar? After Brock Lesnar walks away?
He should. He can. He can take on Lashley. Lashley's waiting.
I remember that rumor. Yeah, Bobby
You
Lashley.
know,
Okay, he's
he
an
can.
MMA
He
fighter
can.
too.
He can bring back CM Punk. If we could
Oh,
ever get that done, that'd be great.
yeah.
He could take on. He doesn't need to
He can
take.
go to the
Well,
Indian.
how good is Adam Cole on the mic?
I haven't seen enough of him really. I mean, he's
Okay.
decent.
What about Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish? I don't think they're much mic work. I feel like
No, they're not.
who's the
Yeah,
one with the
they're not.
mustache? That's Fish.
That's Bobby Fish. That's Fish. Yeah.
And O'Reilly, no talking, perfect gimmick. O'Reilly's really creepy. He's stealthy.
Mhm.
Paul Heyman gets him, and now you got yourselves a little bit of a faction. You get the Adam Cole. Well, maybe not Adam Cole. You put Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly with maybe the Good Brothers. Now you got two
Oh,
tag teams. Maybe you split up somebody. Somebody has got to become a singles competitor at this point. Or you put them with, I don't know, I don't know.
there you go.
Paul Heyman and a faction 2018. Let's go.
Let's go. Bros for Elbow show. Let's go. Maybe we'll be back next Thursday, hopefully, with our full crew intact. Anthony's moving, setting up the studio over there in Portland. So we'll have this on iTunes and YouTube next week. So this one's just an iTunes, YouTube exclusive because I have no idea how to put on iTunes. So yeah. All right, man. I'll catch you guys next week. I will drop your friends. Anyone's abs?
WWE Ladies Division, hit me up.
Wow.
It's
All
my new
right.
thing.